Justin Bieber just dropped a shirtless thirst trap that has everyone questioning everything they thought they knew about modern marriage, and the internet is absolutely losing its mind over what this reveals about his relationship with Hailey Bieber. If you're ready to dive deep into the most talked about celebrity marriage drama that's got people picking sides and redefining relationship goals, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're about to unpack every single detail that has social media buzzing. The controversy started when Justin posted what can only be described as his most provocative photo yet. Picture this: a completely shirtless Justin Bieber in what appears to be an intimate bedroom setting, muscles on full display, with a caption that screams confidence and sex appeal. The image immediately sent his female fanbase into overdrive, but it wasn't just his abs that got people talking. It was the fact that his wife Hailey was nowhere to be seen, and she seemed completely unbothered by her husband essentially breaking the internet with his half-naked body. What really got people's attention wasn't just the thirst trap itself, but the timing and context surrounding it. Justin had been out at his friend's album release party the night before, dancing like nobody was watching, grinding and moving in ways that had onlookers pulling out their phones to capture every moment. Hailey wasn't with him at this event either, and instead of the usual couple's night out scenario that most married celebrities follow, Justin was living his best single guy life, while his wife was doing her own thing somewhere else entirely. The photo that followed this night out was strategic in ways that had relationship experts and social media users analyzing every pixel. Justin's pose, the lighting, the bedroom setting, even the way his pants sat low on his hips, everything about this image was designed to make people look twice and think about him in ways that married men don't usually encourage. This wasn't just a casual gym selfie or a beach vacation shot. This was a deliberate attempt to remind the world that he's still got it, marriage or no marriage. Social media exploded with reactions that fell into two very distinct camps. One group praised Hailey for being secure enough in her marriage to let her husband post whatever he wants without throwing a jealous fit. They called her modern, evolved, and confident in ways that other celebrity wives could learn from. These supporters pointed out that controlling what your spouse posts on social media is toxic behavior, and that Hailey's hands-off approach shows real trust and maturity in their relationship. The other camp saw something completely different in this dynamic. They questioned whether a married man should be posting content that's clearly designed to attract female attention, especially when his wife is consistently absent from these moments. Critics pointed out that Justin's recent social media activity reads more like a single man trying to get attention than a happily married husband celebrating his life with his wife. They noted that his previous post just days earlier showed him in tight underwear where his anatomy was clearly visible, raising questions about what kind of message he's trying to send. What made this situation even more intriguing was the pattern that people started noticing about Justin and Hailey's separate appearances. When they're photographed together at events, body language experts and fans have noted that they often appear disconnected, with Hailey looking uncomfortable or distant while Justin seems distracted or disengaged. Their red carpet appearances have been described as awkward, with minimal physical contact and forced smiles that don't reach their eyes. But when they're apart, both Justin and Hailey seem to come alive in ways that are impossible to ignore. Justin's solo outings show him laughing, dancing, and genuinely enjoying himself with an energy that seems absent when his wife is present. Similarly, Hailey's girls' nights and solo appearances reveal a version of herself that appears more relaxed and authentic than the carefully composed woman we see standing next to her husband at official events. This contrast hasn't gone unnoticed by their fanbase, who have started documenting these differences with side-by-side photo comparisons and video compilations that highlight the stark difference in their demeanor when they're together versus apart. The evidence is compelling enough that even casual observers have started questioning whether this couple is as happy as they want the public to believe. The timing of Justin's thirst trap also coincided with Hailey's own solo adventure celebrating Bella Hadid's new fragrance launch, where she was photographed looking stunning and carefree with her female friends. The parallel of both spouses living their best lives separately while appearing miserable together has become impossible for fans to ignore, leading to widespread speculation about the true state of their marriage. Industry insiders have started weighing in on what this dynamic might mean for celebrity marriages in general. Some relationship experts argue that this level of independence is actually healthy and shows that both partners are secure enough in themselves to maintain their individual identities. They point out that couples who do everything together often lose themselves in the relationship and can become codependent in unhealthy ways. Other experts express concern about the message this sends, particularly Justin's increasingly provocative social media presence. They argue that while independence is important, there's a difference between maintaining your individual identity and actively seeking validation from people outside your marriage. The deliberately sexual nature of Justin's recent posts suggests he's looking for a specific type of attention that goes beyond simple self-expression. The fan reactions have been equally divided, with Team Hailey supporters praising her for not being the jealous wife who polices her husband's social media activity. They see her silence and apparent approval as signs of a mature woman who doesn't need to mark her territory because she's secure in her relationship. These fans argue that women who get upset about their partner's social media posts are showing their own insecurities and trust issues. Team Concerned fans, however, see red flags everywhere they look. They point out that Hailey's silence might not be approval but rather resignation or even strategic public relations management. These observers note that speaking out against her husband's behavior would only create more drama and negative press, so her best option is to appear supportive even if she's uncomfortable privately. The broader conversation this situation has sparked touches on fundamental questions about modern marriage and social media boundaries. Young couples are now debating whether it's acceptable for married people to post content that's clearly designed to attract romantic or sexual attention from others. The discussion has revealed generational differences in expectations, with older adults generally viewing Justin's behavior as inappropriate while younger people see it as harmless self-expression. What makes this situation particularly fascinating is how it reflects larger cultural shifts in how we view marriage, independence, and social media presentation. Traditional marriage models emphasized unity and togetherness, with couples presenting themselves as a unified front in all aspects of their lives. Modern relationships, however, increasingly value individual identity and independence, even within the context of marriage. Justin and Hailey's approach represents an extreme version of this modern independence, where they maintain almost completely separate social lives and public personas. While this might work for them privately, the public nature of their relationship means every choice becomes a statement about marriage itself, whether they intend it or not. The implications extend beyond just this one celebrity couple, as millions of followers watch and potentially model their own relationships after what they see from their favorite celebrities. When Justin posts provocative content and Hailey remains silent and supportive, they're inadvertently setting a standard for what modern marriage should look like, influencing countless young people who look up to them. Critics argue that this isn't sustainable long-term and that the cracks are already showing in their public appearances together. They predict that this level of independence and attention-seeking behavior from both parties will eventually lead to problems that can't be hidden from public view. The fact that they both seem happier apart than together only reinforces these concerns about their long-term compatibility. Supporters counter that every relationship is different and that judging the Biebers by traditional standards isn't fair or relevant. They argue that as long as both parties are happy with their arrangement, outside opinions shouldn't matter. This perspective emphasizes personal choice and individual relationship dynamics over societal expectations or norms. The truth is probably somewhere in between these extreme positions, but the public nature of their relationship means we may never know what's really happening behind closed doors. What we can observe is a pattern of behavior that raises questions about traditional marriage expectations in the social media age and whether it's possible to maintain both individual freedom and marital unity in such a public environment. If you found this deep dive into modern celebrity marriage dynamics as fascinating as I did, make sure to subscribe for more celebrity relationship analysis and pop culture commentary that goes beyond the surface level gossip to examine what these public figures really reveal about society and relationships today.